One Sweet Day, Katrina Velarde and Friends. First time reaction coming up in 30 seconds. Hey, that's me, Matt Criscuolo, coming to you up close and personal with a first time reaction to a cover called One Sweet Day. This is by Cal Bugoy and Daryl Ong, so it should be interesting. These are all very fine musicians. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. If you care to check out some merchandise or make any kind of contribution to the channel, you can do so by looking at the description below. And let's get right to this, guys. One Sweet Day. Nice.
Sorry, I never told you all I wanted to say. Now it's too late to hold you, 'cause you've flown away so far away.
Never had I imagined living without your smile, feeling and knowing you hear me, it keeps me alive.
Yeah, really pretty, really pretty, really nice job. All these guys are just great singers, so obviously they're making this song take on a whole other kind of character, but still very poignant, beautiful kind of lyrics about those that we have lost along the way, and touching. So let's get right to it, huh?
Darling, I never showed you. Assumed you'd always be there, and I took your presence for granted, but I always cared.
there's people music, there's listening music, there's other types of music for different events. If you go to a classical music concert and they're playing The Rite of Spring by Stravinsky, it's a totally different type of an experience. If you go to a jazz club and you listen to jazz musicians play, it's a different type of experience, and it's a different type of music. This is people music. This is the kind of music that crosses over a lot of boundaries, and a lot of people can enjoy this, and it's by design, and it is what it is. I like it. I like listening to it. Not all the time. It's a pentatonic fest. I mean, every single one of them is nailing that pentatonic, bluesy pentatonic scale, and it's like I'm having some pentatonic overload. I'm going to need a cup of coffee or something. They said, what the hell is he talking about? The pentatonic scale and this and that. It's just good music. Yeah. But I'm a musician, so I listen to things a little differently. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I cannot deny how wonderful these singers are, and the song is great. The arrangement is beautiful, and they're all singing very nicely. If you like the pentatonic scale that much, this is right up your alley.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channels. Mine is Daryl Ong Official.
And sa akin naman po, Michael Pangilinan Official.
Katrina Velarde.
Yep.
Please follow the leader. Follow me, Pogoy Delon.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you.
That's nice. Yeah, follow them, check out their channels, and subscribe to them. Give them some support and love. Look, when I listen back to some of my recordings, I hear where I was at that time in that time and space and everything. So if I was working on pentatonics, if I was working on trills, if I was working on some other stuff, it was fresh on my mind. And when I went into the recording studio, that's what came out. You hear it. Over here, it's a pentatonic fest. I have never heard so many pentatonic scales in one sitting by so many people. So what, right? You might say, so what? So what? Well, I don't know. Put yourself in my position. It's kind of hard because unless you're a musician or even a jazz musician for that matter, you might say you might not understand where I'm coming from. But to me, it sounds great, but it's a very stylistic thing. So what? So what about that, right? It's a stylistic music. There's a little formula there. Look, I'm sounding like a downer, and I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like to be more of a cheerleader when it comes to these videos, because otherwise then I end up becoming a critic, and I don't want to do that. And right now that's what I'm being, a critic. So I apologize. But the bright side and the other side of looking at this is that when I'm not trying to beat them up as musicians or singers or their choices of what they're choosing to sing. Everybody's got their reasons, and it's good music. It's pretty stuff. A lot of the time when musicians play covers, they're doing it because they want to get some exposure, and they're pretty songs, and people know what those songs are. Whenever you take a risk and play an original song, which I know these guys probably do, but they can't do it all the time. They're probably going to sneak it in every once in a while because that's probably the right way to do it if you want to make any kind of a living as a musician. And the other thing I was thinking was that, even though sometimes I might criticize a little bit with the pentatonic this and that, at the end of the day, as a musician, I look at these guys as brothers and sisters. I look at everybody that way for the most part, but when I look at musicians in particular, I feel a certain kind of camaraderie with them because obviously I'm a musician. You could probably say that about anything in your field, whatever you are into, if you meet someone else that's in that. When I look at these guys, I don't. There was a time where I was really a jazz snob. If you think I'm a jazz snob now, you should see what I used to be like. Oh my God. If it wasn't jazz, I didn't want to hear it, which is so stupid. But when I listen to any kind of musician, whatever kind of music they play, at whatever level they play, there's a certain kind of love that I have, because I know I know the sacrifices that musicians make in order to pursue their passion and their love of music. And anybody that continues to do that, despite all the challenges and the trials and tribulations, I have love for that. I really do, love and respect. So don't get me wrong. When I beat up some of the music, it's not the musicians per se. I love them all, and I love just good music. Period. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Hope I didn't lose you completely, but at any rate, guys, thank you so much. Look, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And you take it easy, and if it's real easy, take it twice.